Hi everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. If this is the first time you've joined me on one of my YouTube videos, welcome, and I hope you'll take the time to subscribe. And if this isn't the first time you've found me, welcome back, and I hope you'll also take the time to subscribe to my channel. So today I want to show you the card that I shared as part of a blog hop today. The theme of the blog hop was Let It Sparkle. And so I decided to make a holiday card, and I'm using gold. This is gold and rose gold specialty paper that's kind of hidden in the Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. And I thought it would be perfect for the sparkle on my holiday card. So let me switch over and I'll show you the card and then show you the supplies that I used for it. All right, so here's the card that I made, and it's kind of hard to see. Maybe you can kind of see the sparkle on the gold. Like I said, this paper is really pretty, and it is kind of hidden in the catalog. Comes 6x6s, and it's definitely worth looking at. It's not glimmer paper. It's kind of etched. It's not foil. It's got a texture to it, but it is lovely and shimmery. So I have used the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set that is one of the holiday bundles. Actually, it's a product suite. It comes, there is designer series paper that goes along with it as well. And so this is the stamp set. There's great stockings and the stars for the stamps, but then there are some great dies that go with it. And this is the one that drew my attention. I just love this detailed star. And then you've got holly, and then this one that cuts the stocking out. All right. So I've gone ahead and put some of my card together. I will give you all the measurements. The measurements will also be, and I realize that this is a little crooked. Let's see if I can fix this. The measurements for my card and all of the written instructions are posted on my blog, and the link to my blog will be underneath this video. There we go. It's funny how you look at things second time and it looks straight. Now it's going straight crooked the other way. All right, maybe I shouldn't have put this together ahead of time. Okay, that's a little better. Okay, so I've got a piece of evening evergreen cardstock that I have cut 5.5 by 8.5. And I've got a piece, and you can just barely see it, of cherry cobbler. So you're just kind of getting a peekaboo effect of the cherry cobbler that is cut 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and a piece of the designer series paper that goes with this. This is in Sahara sand and has little kind of snowflakes and stars on it. This is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. A piece of evening evergreen that is 1 inch by 5 1/4, and then again another strip of the gold specialty paper, again that is cut. This one is 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. So that is all adhered to your card base. I thought I'd get that kind of out of the way. Now, my other pieces that I have here, let's get it. I have stamped the stocking on cherry cobbler cardstock using cherry cobbler ink and using this stamp. And I've cut it out using the stocking die. I've also gone ahead and cut out the evening evergreen full star. Now, and part of the reason I did some of this cutting ahead of time, this is the detailed star. This specialty paper has a bit of a film on the back, and it probably would be better if you tried to gently pull that film off, and that would make it cut through a lot easier and pull apart. As it is, I ran it through about 5 or 6 times and still had to fuss a little bit with my take your pick tool to be able to get all of these little pieces out. So trying to peel off that backing definitely would work. Now I'm going to use multi-purpose adhesive glue. I'm going to grab my silicone mat so I don't get the glue all over the place. And I'm just going to use a little bit of glue on the back of my, sometimes it's just easier to squish it out and then kind of use it as a brush. I'm just gonna, having a hard time seeing. There we go. Using your silicone mat just stops you getting the glue all over your card or over your grid paper, which then you get it all over your fingers and it just makes a mess. So these silicone mats come in very handy. All right, I'm just going to take this and turn it over and just kind of tap it and get the glue like that. And then this is going on to my evening evergreen. Of course, I do have glue on my fingers, and then when that dries, you won't see the glue. Okay, now that's that. So bring this back in. Now this piece, this star, I'm going to use my dimensionals on the back of, and just put some dimensionals. Definitely got glue on my fingers. It seems to be inevitable when I use glue. All right. So I'm just going to position that like that. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I've got, this is the specialty paper. So I'm just going to cut a piece, a little corner, and we're going to adhere this to, let's see, I think that will fit if I just adhere it like that. So I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal. You could use your multi-purpose adhesive glue. And I'm just going to take it and position it right over the top of the cuff. It's not science here. I'm just going to position it, and then I'm going to take and cut around it so that if you turn it over, you can actually see and just cut around the shape of the stocking. And this will give us a gold band like that, a gold cuff on our stocking. And now we're going to use dimensionals on this, just a couple, and put that like that. Now, this is the Simply Elegant trim, and it comes in silver and gold. So I'm just going to take, and I'm going to tie a little bow with the gold. We don't need that much of a bow. There we go. Pull it tight, trim off the ends, and then take a glue dot and we'll add this to right there, to the just underneath the cuff. Just add another bow or another little element to our stocking. Now, the last part of this is to stamp a sentiment. So I've got a piece of basic white here. Now, this is a photopolymer stamp, so I want to have some cushioning. I don't have much cushioning. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is, may your days be merry and bright. So there's some great sentiments in this stamp. So this is the one I'm using, but there's cheers from our home to yours, season's greetings. I like these really little ones. There's not a lot of stamps that have really little sentiments, and sometimes you just need those. So we're just going to, stamped it upside down, but that's okay. I'm going to punch it out, so it doesn't really matter which way. So I'm using the rectangular postage stamp punch, and we're just going to punch out that. And I've got this piece of cherry cobbler, and I'm going to punch the same out of there. my glue back on so that doesn't go out. So I'm going to take and cut this one in cherry cobbler. I'm going to cut it roughly in half. And now I'm going to take this away. Don't need that anymore. And we're just going to add some Stampin' Seal to the top and bottom of our sentiment and layer these on. And that just gives it a bit of a border. If you cut it the other way, you would have the cherry cobbler on the ends, but I've got it top and bottom. And now, never have too many dimensionals. All right. I like to add lots of dimensionals to my cards and make things pop up. So, all right, so we'll put that right there. And then the last thing I added to it, just because I wanted some more shine, more glimmer, more, yeah, sparkle. That's the word I was looking for. So these are the Gilded Gems. And so we're just going to add three Gilded Gems. One there to it, just to finish it off. All right, so that's my card. That's the other one. Look pretty close to being the same. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it. Again, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please take the time to subscribe using the subscribe button underneath the video. If you have any questions, please post them underneath the video or post them on my blog. The link to my blog, as I said, will be under the video, so you can get all of the written instructions and measurements for this card. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.